Hey guys, it's your Ada girl, and I'm back, and we're going to continue watching the video Why We Fight the Battle of Britain. So, this is part two of the video, guys, because I did a part of it already, and because the video was so long, I decided to do it in two parts. So, come on in. To all who are new here, thank you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like I said, I'm getting this from the US National Archive. The link will be in the description below. Go over and show them some love. All right, guys. So let's continue on this one. To all my regular schmegulas, day one, to the poos. Thank you for always being here with the girl. Here we go, right about now.
They cost the Germans 562 planes, while the British lost only 219 planes and saved 132 pilots. Invasion plans were going completely haywire. The Nazis were blind with rage. The German mind has never understood why free people fight on against overwhelming odds. Hitler now knew he was superior in every weapon except the weapon of spirit. So he told Goering, break that spirit, crush the people, crush the spirit of democratic life itself. Invasion now would have to wait. The Nazis would avoid the RAF and smash the great city of London into the rubble heap they had made of Warsaw and Rotterdam.
Could London take it? Even the people themselves didn't know the answer. The defenses they trusted in were London's hastily assembled anti-aircraft, the ack-ack guns, the balloon barrage which kept the raiders at high altitudes, the Royal Air Force, now down to its last reserves, and the plain, downright guts of the people. They sent more children out of the city. Tightened air raid precautions, stationed more airplane spotters, rehearsed firefighters, moved into bomb shelters.
Guys, it's crazy that he knew he couldn't break the spirit of uh, the fact that he realized he can't win based on he has everything. He has everything, but still can't win. And then he was like, okay, let's break the people. Let's break their spirit because they're still standing strong. They're still going forward, even after all that they've been put through so far. It pains my heart to just see this, to see all the kids leaving, the parents, their heart is jolting because they don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, but you're sending the kids away to make sure that they're safe. Ah.
They blacked out their city and carried on.
The first blow, aimed to crush the British spirit, came on September 7th.
Bruce reports planes coming in. Control room speaking.
Customers and staff will now take cover in the basement. Please do not run, but keep moving.
Down the stairs, or you can use the escalator.
Third floor, clear.
Second floor, clear.
First floor, clear.
That day, when 375 German planes came roaring up the Thames River, the Battle of Britain became the Battle of London. The Germans broke through the charge of Hurricanes and Spitfires that went out to meet them. Gone was any pretense of aiming at military objectives. This was just savage destruction. Bombs fell alike on the homes of the East End poor and the Mayfair rich, on shops, hospitals, churches.
For 28 days, the Nazis were to drop everything in the book on the city of London. Tons upon tons of high explosives, delayed action bombs that exploded days later, torpedoes that sheared away whole buildings. And underneath the war in the air, the war of the man in the street went on.
Oh my God. Just the thought, guys. Just the thought. How can you be so cruel, man? You can't get what you want. So you're going after the you don't say say you're in this war. Let me stick to soldiers and soldiers or aircraft to aircraft. People, civilians walking around, that's where you decide to strike next.
He learned to exist with very little food. He forgot what it meant to have a night's sleep, spending most of his time underground in the damp and dark and cold.
Oh.
Hello, Mrs. Fox. You're here early tonight.
Well, I'm on the safe side, aren't I?
I think that'll be all right now.
Yes, that's grand.
Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes if you want.
Now, how are we going to get you up there? Get a young man to lift you up. Barney?
Hello.
Come, this young lady, and lift up.
Righto, I'm coming. Oh, well.
The air raid wardens stayed at their posts. Doctors and nurses worked on steadily as the bombs crashed all around them. Rescue squads labored night and day.
Hi, Gordon. A brown horse.
Is she dead?
Firemen said, nuts to the bombs, and battled to put out fires. This was life in the Blitz. Against all the rules of Nazi warfare, Britain was refusing to crumple up.
Across the channel, the enraged Goering took personal command of the operations. And on September 15th, he sent the Luftwaffe into one of its greatest attacks. "500 German bombers and Messerschmitt fighters roared over the English coast.
Stowmouth calling. Planes heard 3 miles southwest.
Shout for hostile planes approaching from the southwest.
The British met the challenge by throwing in everything they had. An historic three-dimensional battle took place inside an area 60 miles long, 38 broad, and from 5 to 6 miles high. "200 individual dogfights took place within the first 30 minutes of the raid.
Right on our own doorstep. Oh, what a scratch. Calling London 1.
Thank you, Center. We'll keep a lookout for them. Hostile formation to the south.
Some of the German bombers broke through London's defenses. And reached the center of the city.
Doggy heads. Oh, the Jeanettes. Okay. Doggy! Doggy, where are you?
Blimey, I thought they'd got you.
Who, me? Nah, I had my fingers crossed.
Air Ministry communique. The biggest bag yet. 185 enemy aircraft shot down. End of message.
Of the 500 German planes that came over that day, more than 1/3 were shot down.
In the 28 days of terror from September 7th to October 5th, the Nazis dropped 50 million pounds of bombs on the city, killed 7,000 helpless civilians, and wounded 10,000 more. Bombs fell on Buckingham Palace, Westminster Abbey, the Houses of Parliament, Fleet Street, the center of the news, St. Paul's Cathedral. Bombs blasting the historic past out of the lives of Englishmen. But in these 28 days, the Nazis lost 900 planes and their crews. The more they sent over, the more were shot down. The British Spitfire had proved to be one of the deadliest weapons ever put in the hands of man. If this kept up, pretty soon no more Luftwaffe.
The frantic Nazis had to pull a new one. They did.
Oh, God. So many lives lost, innocent people. So many innocent lives lost. Guys. And they're still going. They're still, the way of life that they're used to is being turned into chaos. Oh, innocent lives lost. But when you see the result between how many they lost, that tells you, don't play with me, no boy. Don't play with me. Oh, it's hard to watch, guys. I ain't gonna lie. You guys went through a lot. You fought.
On October 6th, they changed to night attacks. Maybe that way they could avoid those deadly Spitfires and Hurricanes. Maybe that way they could crush the stubborn British spirit. Never mind control of the air. Never mind Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. Now to concentrate on bombing the people themselves into submission. and make them cry for mercy.
Imagine moving about the way of life like everything is normal, playing games, smoking, hanging out.
Hostile raid, sir.
The RAF wasn't much help at night. This was just German bombs against British guts.
Oh,
Harvey? Hello, Jack.
they're singing?
Hello, Jack.
Sound happy enough down there tonight, don't they?
Yes, they're all right.
The great docks of London were left roaring infernos. Homes were destroyed by incendiaries. Business blocks were aflame.
And still the people of London took it. Night after night, they burrowed underground. And morning after morning, they dug themselves out of the wreckage.
Good morning, Mrs. Ford. Morning, Miss Ron. See you tonight. Right here. Come on, Bessie. Would you like to sit down? Thanks.
Morning, Miss Ryan. Sleep well?
Fine, thanks. Wasn't it a quiet night?
What about the one that came down about 2?
No, I didn't hear it. Did you? No.
Oh, we're getting used to them around here.
Don't you think you'd better go away from this for a bit?
Of course not. It'd take more than this to get me out of my home. Now go on, you've got to get to work.
The Battle of London was the battle of the people of the city. In spite of bombs and fire and death, they got to their desks and workbenches to spend another 10 or 12 hours working. The British spirit was stronger than ever. And the RAF was flying higher than ever. Not only higher, but farther.
SIO, operation for tonight. GP 1562, EP 781, 10 aircraft. You'll find, I think, a decent photograph of the submarine yards there.
There's a very good one taken the other night, Monty.
Oh, that's a bit further along.
This is the one.
That's it. Those are the submarine yards. Just there.
Yes.
Well, chaps, this is your target for tonight. It's the submarine and shipbuilding yards at Bremen. It's a vitally important target, and it's got to be hit hard.
In the midst of this life and death struggle, the British found strength not only to defend, but to counterattack with what few bombers they could get together.
I'm telling you, just sitting here watching their resilience, even in the utmost chaos, they were panic. They weren't panicking. It's just awe-inspiring. Just sitting here, they go about their way of life, get up each morning as if nothing happened the night before. Okay. You look, you see the milkman still delivering, they're still going to work, and they work, and I'm telling you, their spirit was not broken. And can you imagine all those night that they shifted from day attack to night attacks? So that means, oh, when you see all those places under fire, you have to be saying to yourself, oh my word, places damaged from left to right.
Sleeper Charlie airborne, sir.
Hello, rear gunner. Can you hear me?
I'm okay, Skipper.
Hello, operator. Everything okay?
Well, it seems to be all here, sir.
Stand by. I'm going in a glide.
Steady!
I got a bullseye with the last one.
Here was the RAF giving it back.
Wow.
Hitler cried, "Night gangsters! For this crime I will exact 1,000-fold revenge." All the available German night bombers were put into the air.
Now, can you imagine you're complaining about them raiding at night when that's what you started? That's what you started, but you're complaining? Are you serious?
The 1,000-fold revenge was Coventry. On the night of November 14th, £1 million of bombs were dropped on the city. Coventry was smashed as flat as Warsaw and Rotterdam. On the night of November 14th, £1 million of bombs were dropped on the city. Coventry was smashed as flat as Warsaw and Rotterdam.
Oh.
The people of Coventry dug their loved ones out of the blasted ruin, saw them to their last resting place in a common grave.
Hitler could kill them, but damned if he could lick them. They went back to their lathes and machines, for they knew the machine bench was as deadly a weapon as the rifle. And in their hearts was a grim determination that this enemy must be destroyed, that the day was coming when they would strike back, and how they would strike back.
Christmas, 1940. Christmas, season of peace on earth, goodwill toward men, was the ironic quiet before Hitler's great burst of rage against a people who couldn't be licked. He couldn't bomb them into submission, so he would burn them to ashes.
Millions of firebombs rained down on the great city of London. In a matter of minutes, more than 1,500 different sections of the city burst into roaring flames. Flames that swiftly merged into the greatest fire in recorded history. In the midst of all the fire and destruction, vital water mains were shattered. Water pressure was almost entirely cut off. Heroes of the night were men of the London Fire Brigade who stretched temporary hose lines out to the center of the Thames River, struggling through mud and slime. For the Nazis had carefully picked a night on which the Thames River had one of the lowest ebb tides on record. And while London burned above them, the people of the city held on. Chin up and thumbs up. They knew this was the people's war, and they were the people. And a people that couldn't be panicked, couldn't be beaten. In the months to come, the British were to suffer many such bombings and burnings. But a nation that calls on cold courage when hot courage runs thin may die, but it can't be defeated.
The more I sit here and I watch this, I didn't realize so much devastation. I didn't know it was raining down fire. I didn't realize that so many people lost their lives. I didn't realize the magnitude of what took place.
The Battle of Britain was won, but not by Hitler. Hitler had lost the battle. He had lost 2,375 German planes and their crews. For the first time, it was the Germans who ate the bitter dirt of defeat. Gone was the legend of their invincibility. For a solid year, the Nazis struck Britain with all their might. They leveled thousands upon thousands of homes and damaged millions of others. They killed more than 40,000 men, women, and children, and seriously wounded 50,000 more.
I did not realize so many people's lives were lost. Both men and women combined. But I'm sorry, guys.
But not one single Nazi soldier set foot on British soil. But Hitler couldn't stop. And in our next film, we will show how he had to turn to the east again. Why did the Nazis lose the Battle of Britain? First, because a regimented people met an equally determined free people, and the free people made them quit cold.
We've been bombed, dive bombed, high-level bombed, machine gunned, been through 2 invasion scares. The last lot we had the house down about our ears. But we're still sticking it, and we're going to stick it.
Second, because this was a new kind of war, and the RAF were the men who could fight it. These were the men who belonged to what Hitler called those weak, soft democracies. The British did more than save their country. They won for the world a year of precious time. It was not only for the people of Britain, but for the people of the world that Winston Churchill spoke when he said,
"Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few."
What a fight. What a fight. I sat here and I watched this and I said to myself, how? Why? How can it be so cruel? Because you want to conquer somewhere. Because you think, okay, I need to dominate, so I must destroy so many lives. And when it's crazy that when he realized that, listen, all his tactics are not working. Let me go after the people. Let me break the spirit of the people. Night and day, bombing from left to right. And you still can't win. It didn't dawn on him to say, you know what, I need to stop because them little but them tall, they ain't giving up. They're not, it breaks my heart to watch it, but then again, when I think about it, I'm like, I don't get why they don't teach this stuff in school. It's crazy. I felt like I was in that moment sitting here and watching this. Like, the resilience, the calmness of the people. Their spirit wasn't broken, they kept going. That's amazing to just sit there and look at. And the devastation, the aftermath of everything. My heart's to you guys. What more can I say? My heart's to you. My respects to you. Because I don't know. You fought a good fight. You came out on top. Even with everything that's going on. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for recommending this one. The link, like I said, will be in the description below if you want to go and watch it undisturbed. Oh, why we fight? And when you stop to think about it, it's, if it wasn't for the way that you guys fought, the world wouldn't be what it is today. That's for sure. There's no going around that. There's no second guessing that. There's no questioning that. Because of your spirit, your resilience. The world is how it is today because of your contribution of fighting. So we can have freedom when you look at it. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in another video. I salute you, I respect you, I love you guys to the max.